You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on Briar Devlin. Enjoy. Briar managed to get outside. It was getting cloudy, but also she could see the corruption at hand. Oh my god. No, this can't be happening. I can't believe this is happening. Holy cow. It's like the world is heading off into the destruction of an apocalypse. Is she actually trying to attempt an apocalypse? I don't know. I don't want to think about that. There is no way. We gotta stop her. Yeah, you have to. If you let her do this, who knows what she might do next after all of this destruction? You're the only ones to save the world. Do you realize that? Debbie said. Yeah, I do. Thank you for giving me these powers. Maybe having these powers aren't such a bad thing. Maybe I can help her. Maybe also helping myself in the process. So Briar ran off. The others followed behind her. And it was going to be a battle that nobody would ever forget. Enemies alike were coming to the battlefield, as well as allies were joining in. Gurren called out, "Briar!" "Gurren!" Briar said. Good to see you're here. I think maybe we might use your help." "What do you want me to do, sir?" He pointed over and didn't say anything. There she was, Rosemary. You couldn't believe it. Rosemary. Kyakuya. At long last, this is what Mother has been trying to do. Tear the whole world down. You really need to wise up, my dear boy. You really need to wise up. It's time for a great battle. It was then Briar heard a voice. "Come, Seki!" "Yato!" Briar called out, twin-blade swords cutting through the corruption. And there was Yato. "Oh, my beautiful blue-eyed delivery god! You finally came!" Yato had a solemn look. "So it's you, Rosemary. I thought I would find you here." This is wonderful! I'm so happy you're here. Everyone is here to face me. Isn't this grand? This made Briar rolled her eyes. Yeah, sure. Everyone wants to face you, huh? You know, I still can't believe you let Ben get away with this. You really have such a softie for him, haven't you? Briar said. I adore him. Mother adores him. Why? Why would you adore someone that hurt so many people? He's a murderer. He's arrogant. He's spiteful. He's absolutely positively evil, Briar stated. That's when a gust of wind flew in the air, and Briar noticed someone appeared. It was Ophelia. "Ophelia, so you came," Briar said. Ophelia didn't say anything. "Mother." Rosemary put her arms around her mother. Her mother said, "Sweetie, you need to let go of me for a moment. I believe I need to have a talking to with our beloved Sleeping Beauty." Rosemary knew what her mother meant. Yes, Mother. She managed to rush to the side. However, Yu went after her. Hey! Get back here! He called out. Rosemary felt a giggle slip through. Finally, we're alone at last. And the battle between them began. In the meantime, Briar just put her hands to her hips. I know you weren't the one that gave me these powers. Somebody else did, you know. I'm aware of it. I don't exactly know. My mind feels so hazy. Everything has gone quite insane lately, and I believe I might have fallen into such madness. And I really am tired of everyone getting in on my case. On your case? How dare you insult Benjamin that way? Well, he did. You don't know that. You don't know what he went through, Ophelia claimed. We know how much you care about him, Yato said. But you have to face the facts. I am aware of what he did. What? Yato said. Do you actually think that I actually admired someone that would do this? I am aware what he did was wrong. But he has a good reason. He's not particularly evil. He's got standards in what he does. He doesn't do it out of heartlessness. What are you saying? Oh, he's like the most compassionate person, huh? Oh, please, don't make me laugh. Please, please. Briar claimed. Gurren just looked over at Briar. Bree, he said. What? Don't tell me you're taking her side. Well, let me ask you something. And I'm talking to Yato as well as Gurren. So I'm going to each both ask them a question. And you are going to listen. So shut up, Ophelia commanded. All right, fine, Briar said. She waited patiently. Ophelia turned to Yato. Yato, let me ask you a question. As she was saying this, she had some sort of telekinesis force making objects float a little bit. Let me ask you, Yato, delivery god, former god of death. When you first found Yukine, did you felt like you found someone that had been abandoned? Someone who was looking for a place to go? Yato was quiet for a moment. His shining blue eyes glowed. And then he said, Yeah. But at first, when you got him, he was nothing more than a spoiled brat, wasn't he? Yato nodded. Yeah, he was at the beginning. He was just this punk with an attitude problem. But I found him, and I named him. Exactly. Huh? Exactly right. You found him, despite him being some punkish with an attitude towards him. A punkish kid who has a bit of an attitude, and even though he has improved, you were the one that took him by the hand. You were the one that gave him a name, and he had no other place to go. It doesn't matter if it applies to spirits, but also to humans. People who have been homeless and runaways, and they deserve better. But it never works out. Then Ophelia turned to Gurin and said, "And you, Gurin, you mentioned about this short story about the stork, where the man found a stork and released it, and the stork turned into a woman and gave the man pearls, and stating that she was all his. And you told Yuichiro Hyakuya that you owned him. He's all yours. He's like your own child, even though you never confessed it and you never even admitted it. But you were a better father, weren't you?" Gurin was doing his best to stay calm, but he had a worried expression. Yes, I did. But for a good reason." Gurin, "Exactly. All of this adds up," Ophelia exclaimed. Her telekinesis was getting out of hand. Everything from street lamps being bent, twisted, objects floating around, surrounding her. Everyone looked shocked at this. Ophelia began to pull at her hair as she stated, "Stupid! Stupid! He is such an arrogant prick. He has no humbleness, unlike his assistant and partner. He's just an arrogant, selfish, domineering, and overconfident young man. But I found him, and I approve of him!" Ophelia exclaimed. She used her powers to attack while stating, "Benjamin, I will revenge you!" Briar yelped as she dodged it. "Jeez, you didn't have to go and do that. We know your point, but you didn't have to go and do this. You don't even know me, right? I don't know you and you don't know me. But that doesn't change anything. I will end all of chaos." Briar just stared at her. Meanwhile, Yu was still battling Rosemary. Yu was still upset at Rosemary. "Why the hell did you do this to me? Why did you enter my thoughts? Violate it inside of me?" "I wanted you to see that, as well as Kimisuke. And he thought his only sister was nothing more than a freak." "Don't say that. He does care for his sister. But I want to know something. Why?" "Why what? You've been asking me why? What do you want me to say? You have no idea what I've been through. Torment, pain, and suffering. You don't know that. I was never loved. My family wasn't loved. Mother was never loved." "You're not letting me finish is the problem." He then struck his sword and pinned Rosemary to the wall of a building. "Why?" you managed to say. "Why?" Then he said in a choked up voice, "Why didn't anyone be nice to you?" "What?" Rosemary asked. "I can't understand. I saw all of that, but why couldn't anyone be nice to your mother, to you, to any of you?" Yu picked his head up. A sad smile was on his face, but tears were streaming down his face. "I wouldn't mind being your friend," he said. Rosemary was shocked at this. She didn't know what to say. That's it for now. See you next time.